Kishan, the son of a merchant, lived in a city. Unfortunately, all his wealth was finished. So he thought of going to another country and doing business. He had a heavy and valuable weighing machine. Its weight was 20 kilos. He kept his scale as a mortgage with the lender and went to another country to do business. After roaming in many countries, he did business, and after earning a lot of money, he returned. One day he asked the merchant to give back his scales. The merchant took the path of dishonesty and he said,
"Brother, do you know your scales were eaten by rats?"
The merchant's son thought something in his mind and said to the lender,
"Sir, what can you do when the rats have eaten the scales? I am going to take bath in the river. It will be great blessing if you send your son with me to the river."
The lender was afraid within himself that the merchant's son might not accuse him of the theft. He did not see things happening so easily, so he sent his son with him. After taking a bath, the merchant's son hid the boy in the cave. He closed the cave door with a rock and returned to the merchant alone. The lender asked,
"Where did you leave my son?"
While we were sitting on the bank of the river, a big hawk came and swooped in and took away your son, and that's what happened.
"You are a liar and cunning. How can an eagle carry such a big boy? You bring my son back, or else I'll complain to the king about you, and they will put you behind the bars."
All right, let's go.
Both reached the court to get justice. The lender accused Kishan of kidnapping his son. The judge heard both the sides.
"You must return the lender's son back."
I was sitting on the bank of the river when a big hawk swung and flew away, grabbing the lender's boy in his claws. Where do I get him back?
"You are lying. How can a hawk take away such a big boy? I want to know the truth right now."
If my iron scale weighing 20 kilograms can be digested by ordinary rats by eating it, then even a hawk can take away a lender's boy. Don't you think so?
What is this all about, Mr. Lender?
Ultimately, the lender himself spilled the beans in the court. The judge got the merchant's son his scales, and the lender got his son back. The lender learned his lesson. Did you see that, friends? How Kishan got his scales back due to his presence of mind. A long time ago, Rakesh and Meena used to reside in a small town. They had a daughter named Reena and a son named Raman. Rakesh and Reena both were working, which prevented them from spending quality time with their kids. As a result, their children struggled in their studies as well. One day, the principal gave Rakesh a call and he said,
"Rakesh, your children are not interested in their studies. They have received extremely low grades this year. If this happens again, I will expel both of them from the school."
Sir, because we both have jobs, we are unable to devote our time to them, but I'll keep an eye on them from now on.
As soon as he gets home from school, Rakesh begins scolding the children, which is when Meena said,
"What did principal say? And why are you scolding the children so badly?"
I have received the report card of Raman and Reena. Look how poor marks they have got. And if they get similar marks again, they will be expelled from the school.
Is this true? What am I hearing this, kids? Why don't you both study? I keep asking you to study hard, don't I? See what you have done. This is truly disappointing.
Meena, shouting at them is pointless. Instead, I believe you should quit your job and give your time to our children.
What? Rakesh, are you serious? I told you before we married that I would never leave my career. And I still stand by that decision.
Meena, but who will look after the children? We both stay outside for so long. We should also pay attention to them.
You look for new tuition for them tomorrow, and they will go there to study. But I cannot quit my career. Do what you like. I don't know. Don't ask me anything.
Meena goes to her room angrily, and both the kids also go to their room. Raman then tells to Reena,
"Reena, our parents do not have time for us, but it's okay. We will always be together and support each other, and we will never let each other down."
Yes, brother.
Both the siblings feel very bad. They hug each other, and in no time, they go to their respective beds and they go to sleep. Then one day Reena asks her father,
Daddy, we have a holiday coming up next week. So we want to stay with our grandparents for a few days. Will you please drop us there?
Okay, child. If Raman is also ready, I'll drop you both next Sunday and come.
Kids, are you both really willing to stay with your grandparents?
Yes, Mom. You can come to pick us up before the vacation ends.
Alright.
The very next Sunday, Rakesh and Meena go to the village with their children. The children were extremely happy to meet their grandparents. Leaving the kids with their grandparents, Rakesh and Meena returned to the city. The children started living happily with them. The children around them get to know them and they start playing with them. One day while playing, Reena and Raman go for a walk in the village. Then they see a very old house. So Raman tells Reena,
Hey Reena, look how old this house is. Let's go inside and check out. This is going to be fun.
No, brother. I am afraid simply looking at this place. I am not going to come in.
Oh, don't be afraid. I'm right there with you. Anyway, we will never get such an opportunity again.
Okay. As you say. Let's go.
Raman and Reena both open the door and walk in. When they enter inside, they hear some children and teacher's voice coming from within. As soon as they go inside, they get scared seeing what was in front of them. They see a witch teacher teaching ghosts of the children. A chill ran through their spine. Just then,
Come in, Raman. Reena, class is about to start. Let's sit in the class. Come on, we are getting late.
But how do we? I'm scared.
Raman and Reena get so scared that they become paralyzed and they could not run away from there. They start studying with those ghosts of the children. Even the witch taught the spirits of the children with lot of dedication. Raman and Reena also started studying very hard and they got all their doubts cleared from her. As soon as their school ends, the witch said,
Students, tomorrow come to school on time. And keep one thing in mind, that no one should know that you came here to study. Otherwise, no one will let you come here. Is that clear?
Raman and Reena reach home while talking and playing. Then their grandmother said,
Hey, kids, where were you all day long? Did you spend the whole day playing?
Granny, we were here. We were playing with the kids outside.
You should have told us before going. We get worried.
After having their dinner, both kids go to bed. The following morning, after having a shower, they both woke up early and they waited for the noon. Now that it was noon, both the kids headed outside to go to the school of the spirits, while they pretended to go to play outside. They both started studying in the haunted school. Then Reena said,
Brother, this is a haunted school. Yet, what a pleasure to be here. How beautifully this teacher teaches us, isn't it?
Yes, I enjoy studying here too. But first tell me something. How did you all turn into ghosts? One day, due to heavy rain and wind, the roof of the school collapsed. And we all died in it. But our teacher is still teaching us here.
After a month passed in this manner, when it was time for them to leave for the city, the kids said goodbye to everyone at the haunted school. As soon as Raman and Reena are back in city, their school resumes. Even the teachers were surprised of their good performance. Raman and Reena, who often had lower grades, this year topped in every subject. As a result, the principal invites Rakesh and Meena to the school and questions them.
Mr. Rakesh, I won't complain about the children today. Instead, I just want to say thank you.
Sir, I am grateful. I didn't understood, sir.
Mr. Rakesh, we can't believe how far your children have come in just 1 month. Your kids have figured out that maths problem that our teachers couldn't. Your kids are extraordinary.
Both Meena and Rakesh were preoccupied in their own thoughts.
Rakesh, we had never given our kids any attention. We can't even recall the class in which they are enrolled. Whatever the case, the fact that children are learning is a wonderful thing. Don't you think so?
Now while coming home, Rakesh and Meena bring ice cream and chocolates for the children. And they start talking to the children with love. And just then Meena said,
Raman, Reena, what spell did your grandparents cast on you? What's the deal? Your principal was praising you guys so much.
But the kids don't disclose anything to Meena. Meena repeatedly begs them, but they remain silent. Late at night, Reena and Raman were talking.
We had so many nice friends and teachers. They educated us in such a way that we performed extraordinary.
Yes, Reena. Our parents don't have time for us, but it didn't matter.
A few days have already passed. Meena overheard Raman and Reena talking one day when she was at home. They were not talking about typical topics, but rather about their haunted school memories. When she heard the name of the Omnia school, she became quite frightened. Meena's hands began to shake, but she still moved bravely in front of Raman and Reena. And she asked,
What? Which haunted school are you both talking about? Reena, Raman, tell me right now.
Now Reena and Raman disclose everything to their mother.
Children, please forgive us. We worked our entire life just for money and for basic needs. But we never gave you both the love that you deserved, which you received from that haunted school. We feel extremely horrible. This will never happen again after today. I will come home early every day from the office. And I will teach you guys also.
Now that the holidays have arrived, Rakesh takes his entire family to the village. As soon as it is noon, the kids rush to the location to look into. But the haunted property completely vanishes. Children begin to inquire about it within the village here and there. They got to know that there was no such property over there. Hearing this, both the kids express their gratitude to the witch teacher and their spirit friends. Rakesh now brings both of his parents to the city where they now live happily ever after.